Yo, what's good guys? Today I want to show y'all the new Easy A Kai Goku and a couple of nice setups y'all can run them on, right? This is going to be the first team we have here. Lots of all in the family units to run them next to. It's going to be pretty important, right? So let's see how this team is going to do against this Cell Max right here. Alright, so let me show y'all the setup right quick. A lot of y'all are probably going to be surprised that we do not have the new Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku on this particular setup. But don't worry, because I will show y'all a setup with Daima Goku as the leader, the LR one, right? But here, I kind of wanted to show Goku on this setup because although I feel like he will be mainly good in slot 3, the key doesn't really matter on this turn. This is okay. It doesn't really matter because we're gonna get these nullifications off. It's all good. But Goku's gonna be, I feel like, in most case scenarios, he's gonna be a really reliable slot 3 floater that can heal you, that you don't have to worry about the floater dying, stuff like that, right? But Goku can also be effective on rotation if you get him next to the right people. I think honestly, depending on the fight as well, Goku can actually be a pretty good slot 1, right? So I kind of want to show that off a little bit. Now Goku can get countered in slot 1 as well in some of these hard fights though, because if you don't know, right, when Goku is above 59% HP, he's gonna pretty much be having like guard, defense, and damage reduction, and he's gonna be a good tank, right? But if Goku falls below 59% HP, what he's going to be relying on at that point is he's got 80% dodge. And he can survive a KO. So he's going to be pretty good. But I have seen fights where the Kai Goku, if you throw him in slot 1 and he gets hit by a big boss super, like let's say Bio Broly, right? He's going to pretty much just get reduced to 1 HP because it's going to be a KO attack. But then the boss, Bio Broly, he stuns, right? So if he gets stunned in slot 1 and he can't do those 12 key super attacks, Kai Goku could be in trouble, because if you don't know, Kai Goku, when he supers, he heals on his 12 key. Yeah, so if we take a deeper look here, we can see that Kai Goku, he's stacking on his 18 key super as far as defense goes, and then on his 12 key, he's gonna recover 10% HP, which is huge because he could get a good amount of additionals, right? So Goku really wants to also get hit, but really you only gotta get him hit twice to get the full defense in his passive, which is kind of like the best part about it. I would say anything else isn't really necessary. Part of me wants to do something like this though, and yeah guys, you guys can see, I mean, once we get enough ki, he's got 6 out of 7 links on the setup. This Gohan links up really good next to Goku, right? So I kind of want to get some stacks with this guy first, right? He'll take less damage that way. We could have thrown this guy in slot 1 as well. We got a lot of options with this setup. This is kind of like Goku's family mixed with like demonic power. So you really could run this exact team on the Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku leader skill, but this fight feels like a hard counter to Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? Because when this Cell Max gets his AoE supers off, he can start doing a ton of damage, right? So that's why this guy having a Ki Blast nullification is pretty good as well, right? Now him getting the nullification, by the way, does not help him build up because he counters the super, right? He doesn't get hit at all. It's not a dodge either. That would have been cool if nullifications buff him up, but unfortunately it doesn't, right? And again, I could have easily put Goku in slot 1 to build up, but this Cell Max, he does 2 AoEs in the turn, right? AoE supers. So I wanted to raise Gohan's defense for the second one, right? We know it's coming. But even so, there's a lot of AoEs on this fight. Damn, this dude's already at 50 mil, which is not bad. I didn't really talk about this guy's damage, but this guy could do a lot of damage as well. But yeah, even though we didn't put him in slot 1 to get all the hits he would like, I think it was smarter to just do something like this. Now, it didn't end up mattering too much because he's not doing his last super until like the last slot, it looks like. But that Cell Max could have easily like double supered right away and killed some of our characters if we weren't careful, right? But yeah, even with these AoEs, we're still gonna be able to build him up, right? He should get hit a total of 3 times on this rotation if this Cell Max is gonna super again. There we go. It's not too often that this Cell Max will super in slot 3. We got kind of lucky there, but even so, we would have probably been okay. So yeah, this Goku, man, especially because I don't know if let's watch this. I don't know if I mentioned this, forgive me if I did, but the new Goma challenge event coming in the 11th anniversary is gonna be a Ki Blast super boss for the last 2 phases, right? So obviously that could be pretty helpful. Gohan. This is the thing, is like Goma's not really gonna link up with anybody, but you try to make up for it with the second 2 units, right? Goma doesn't really need, Goma doesn't need anything, bro. Like, he literally doesn't need anything. Let's I would have liked to get the key with this guy so we could get a defensive 2-turn stack. But it doesn't look like we'll get that. That's not a big deal though. Again, you see the key lowering from Cell Max. That can be a problem, right? But for this team, and especially Kai Goku, with how when he builds up, he gets key. What can he get? Up to 6 key extra by building up? Yeah, key +2 for every attack received or evaded, up to 6. So he needs to get hit 3 times to pretty much get everything he wants, right? So yeah, this Goku's got crit in his passive. He's got guaranteed crit on his active skill, right? Yep, for the entire turn. So yeah, this Goku is going to be very versatile. I feel like you can run him in any position, really, slot 1, 2, or 3. Now, I feel like he'll be most effective in slot 2 or 3 against fights, again, like Bio Broly. The Gamma fight, on the STR portion of the fight, he can get sealed. Again, you just got to avoid that. You can still get lucky with this dodge as well, but I wouldn't bank on that. If he can't heal up after the attack, I would not throw him in slot 1, because if he survives the KO attack and dodges, that's amazing. But he's gonna be stuck with 1 HP, which, I mean, even if you double-digit tank, that's still 1 HP, right? It would be cool if, instead of taking like double digits, even like triple digits, if it's like a successful tank, it'd be better if you just could take 0 damage, right? I feel like that would make that situation a little better. But regardless though, I mean, we're kind of nitpicking here, right? This guy is still going to be effective across a lot of content in the game. So yeah, this okay. This Goku is definitely going to be very good. Now, I've seen a lot of people low-key hating on this Goku, which is a bit wild. Here, let's play this. Yeah, so I would like to put Goku in slot 1 here as well. However, the Gohan Loki wants to be in slot 1 because he can take damage from the Cell Max, right? I mean, this Goku's not really going to be taking damage from Cell Max, so we kind of have to throw this guy here, right? But again, he's still getting built up. This guy's already received 2 attacks, so he's going to need to receive 1 more attack to get built up. So again, not putting him in slot 1, not the end of the world. Let's see what kind of damage numbers he could get, right? He should receive the last attack that he needs. So let's see, we didn't get him the full key, but regardless, he's gonna have the crits. So let's see. We should be absolutely fine here, by the way. I'm not worried at all. Perfect. Yeah, this guy being able to do that is huge, by the way. I mean, yeah, Ki Blast supers are nothing against his team. Again, nothing against his team, right? It's actually one of the best teams you could run against a Ki Blast boss, which is pretty cool, right? Get that okay. Oh, he just dodged it. He didn't nullify it. Interesting. Interesting. Sure. Again, a nullification would have been good because we got the guaranteed crits on this turn. 58. Now, I've seen this guy hit like over 100 mil. So definitely, like, you might think 58 ain't that crazy, but this guy could hit pretty hard, especially on Daima Goku's team. The Super Saiyan 4 one, well, the LR, the adult one, which is kind of what I want to show y'all. I wanted to start with this fight, and this setup here first, because I know a lot of y'all probably would have been like, what the fuck, Hollow? If I was just running them in slot 3 for the whole video, right? But I feel like this guy's gonna be a very good like surviving unit. Like, you don't have to worry about this guy in slot 3 at all, right? And that's kind of what some of these teams need, right? A lot of these teams, whoever's in slot 3 could get absolutely destroyed and washed up. This is pretty much over though. Like, I mean, Gohan's probably gonna revive here. I feel like we saw what we needed to see from Kai Goku. So let me go ahead and skip to the next fight and show y'all what we can do there. Alright, so now we're going up against Bio Broly here. And now we're using what I believe to be the best all-around team in the game currently. Now again, this team probably would only struggle against that Cell Max because of Daima Super Saiyan 4 LR Goku. But you know what? I kind of want to try something here, right? So don't try this at home. This is kind of what I wanted to show y'all, as far as it don't really even matter what key we got. But like, this Goku can be a good slot 1, but we are kind of sentencing him to his death right here, right? He's not getting extra defense, right? Well, not that it matters. But sure, let's do this. So if we do survive, we could get our rotations back in order. Let's do that. And then cool, we'll get the stacks with these guys. Perfect. So Goku, he can survive this first attack, right? Which we pretty much already died, actually. I should have put Goma in slot 3 if I wanted to live. So he survives the KO attack, and then he can dodge, but we're at 1 HP. So I already know people are going to be doing that and calling this Goku trash. But that is a user error right there, right? That is what you want to avoid with running this Goku. That is the only time I would say that he should be like pretty vulnerable in slot 1. So we kind of just gave ourselves the L right here, but I did want to show that we could have actually lived by putting Goma right there in the last slot. But yeah, see, even just taking 1 damage is a lot. So let me come back. All right, so we're hopping in here, and one thing I did want to do, I'm sorry, whoops, wrong button. I needed that on anyways, actually. But one thing I gotta do in this video is we gotta show the intro for the adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku, bro. Damn, those two animations side by side right there was clean. Not even gonna lie. So we didn't get a slot 1 on this rotation. That's okay though. I think for this first rotation, Goku could handle that slot 1 attack. It's really like when Bio Broly's built up, that's when we can have some issues, right? This is okay though. Again, Goku should be fine. And then I think slot 7, we have Goma. So Goma's gonna come back on this rotation. It's gonna be all good. Yeah, Goku. Again, guys, Goku is a really good tank and a really good card. That's him without any defense equips, no dodge build, right? That's pretty impressive. Even though Bio Broly wasn't built up right there, he still could do a lot. And one shot a lot of characters in that scenario, right? So that's not too bad. Kai Goku on this setup, again, he's mainly gonna be a floater. But I mainly want to show y'all how he can help out, right? He could really help out. Let's say if you're going up against the Gamma stage, right? I didn't want to run that one because this video would be way too long. But which I could do that once he comes out on global on my main account. I could definitely do that. I don't know if y'all want to see that. But against the bombs, let's say you do a turn and you get all the bombs and you're at low HP, you could heal up with them, right? Let me skip this. Y'all already saw this. All right, so again, we could chance it and put him in slot 1, but that's not gonna be the smartest option, right? So yeah, I feel like a good floating role for this guy is more than ideal, because on this Goku lead, you kind of want this Goku on each rotation, which unfortunately we haven't been able to show because of our rotations. But yeah, you want that Super Saiyan 4 Goku on each rotation in slot 2. And so with this Goku being an all in the family character, I mean, if he's gonna be on rotation, I would prefer to have that link up. That link makes a pretty big difference, right? So on this team, I feel like he could be a good floating unit that can heal you up, survive the last slot, right? Just like a survivable unit overall is what I would call this Goku, which is always a welcome addition to some of these teams, because the problem isn't damage. The problem is some of these guys surviving some of these attacks, right? So obviously that's huge. And then this Goku's gonna be pretty massive when it comes to healing. I mean, let's say we got fucked up by Bio Broly and we end the turn on less than 40% HP. This Kai Goku right here, the first time you get under 40% HP, at the end of the turn, he's gonna heal you up fully. And then after that, he could heal 59%. So you could have constant heals going on with this Goku. He's basically gonna get you topped off as far as like keeping your health up, right? Let me skip this as well. Yeah, let me turn animations off as well. Yeah, so this is kind of what you're gonna want, is something like this, right? Now, obviously, this isn't just a one-size-fits-all type of team. There's fights where this team probably could get clapped, like again, like Cell Max. Cell Max, though, I would say is one of the only teams, but really, any boss that is kind of like negating your ki and like nerfing your ki with this like Daima setup could be a problem, right? Because Vegeta wants full ki for extra damage reduction. Goku wants full ki for extra damage. And Goku getting that damage off is going to be big on this team, right? Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku. But even with the AGL Kai Goku being able to dish out as much damage as he does, and especially when you got these EX Supers floating around on each rotation, buffing up these guys, right? So you got the two best slot ones in the game, AGL Goma, Blue Goku. I feel like I don't even need to really expand on how crazy those guys are. I just kind of want to tell y'all, with the addition of Kai Goku, using them on this setup is going to be good for if we get even harder fights in the future, right? And that guy stacking defense and healing is going to be pretty crazy. I don't think we're going to have any problems with this Bio Broly fight. This team is a pretty big counter to this fight, as well as a lot of others. Maybe the artificial life form, metal cooler red zone. Um, I mean, even with that fight, I mean, he takes our key away, but I feel like this team would work pretty good against Metal Cooler. I mean, you throw that Kai Goku in slot 1 against that Metal Cooler to get all those attacks. And on top of that, when Kai Goku builds up, he's gonna have key. Again, I kind of just wish he gave like support though, like key support, defense support to all allies. Let's say yeah, like key 30% for 2 turns. Or I'm sorry, that doesn't even make sense. Key plus 2, defense 30% for 2 turns. Bro, this Goku would be insane, right? Might as well stop playing around, right? This is pretty much. I mean, I do kind of want to see one more turn with the Goku. Here, maybe I won't go too hard. Let's see. This team does a lot of. This team does a lot of damage though. Let me chill then. Let me chill. I do want to use Goku's active, but that's probably gonna be a GG. Let me try to I mean, I feel like no matter how you put it, it's a GG because I don't want to miss out on that Goku getting damaged. I don't know, something about hitting that EX Super at 24 key. That dopamine be hitting, bro. No lie. Alright, can you dodge it still, bro? No dodge build, but okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, bro. This team just starts doing like a lot of damage, bro. I don't. This is probably the highest DPS team in the game right now. On top of like being safe as well to run. Like, man, especially if you're a player that uses like support memories and items and stuff like that, bruh. Bro, look how crazy this is, bro. Maybe wait, is this gonna kill him? Okay, no, please don't additional, thank you. Hey, maybe we'll finish him off with Goku, right? We should have the active skill. Is it turn 5 next time? Next turn? Please don't go hard. Yes, it is turn 5. Please don't go hard. Damn, 83? God damn, holy shit. Please don't go hard. Okay, okay. Alright, what better way to end this? I mean, we could get peak and get this KO screen, but this is his video. What better way to end it than to give this guy the spotlight? Yeah, I didn't remember him having a KO screen right there, but it would have been cool if, like, because I haven't used them in so long, it would have been nice to have a surprise. But there y'all have it, no items. Let me know what y'all think about this Kai Goku EZA, as well as his role on some of these teams, right? Other than that, though, hope y'all have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching.